What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome into NYJ Today. In this video, we're going to be breaking down center Corey Linsley from the Green Bay Packers. He's set to become a free agent next month. Should the Jets consider signing him to be our center and then perhaps moving Connor McGovern to guard? We're going to talk about that idea and Corey Linsley in this video. Let's get after it. So we're just going to take a look at how Corey Linsley has done with staying healthy in the NFL and also the number of penalties that he's committed. We're going to start with the number of games that he's played. So early on in his career, his second year and his third year, he missed a total of 10 games actually. So 3 in 2015 and then another 7 in 2016. A lot of people would look at those 3 years and probably wonder, can this guy stay healthy at the NFL level? And truth be told, I would have been a little bit concerned as a Packers fan, but he followed it up the next 3 seasons. He didn't miss a single start or a single game. He played 16 out of 16 games. So I think that he's proven that he can stay healthy and that he is able to be relied on to be a starter week in and week out. He did miss 3 games this past season. He did earn a Pro Bowl bid, though, as well in 2020. And then when we move down, we look at the penalties. This guy is actually very, very good at avoiding negative plays and penalties. So he committed absolutely zero penalties last year, which is ridiculously good. He only had 2 penalties in 2019, and then again, 0 penalties in 2018. Now, there were 2 that were declined in those seasons, but you're looking at a guy who is just absolutely consistent and is smart. Obviously, if you're not making dumb penalties, you are a smart player. And I think that this is a guy that the Jets could absolutely count on to fill the role at center that we have been missing so badly since Nick Mangold left us and retired. And just a little bit more analysis of his snap counts throughout his career, but also in 2020. We're first going to start with the bottom chart here, which is his 2020 season. You're seeing mostly he's got 100%. You know, he's playing in most of these games and playing all the snaps. You do see, though, that he got hurt around week 10. And from there, he kind of had to slowly get back into the games. And that's why, you know, we saw that he missed the last 3 games. I'm sure that they were thinking they were trying to get him healthy. So overall, it's not really concerning to see those numbers because when he's healthy, he's in there and he's playing every down. We can also kind of connect the dots here between Corey Linsley and Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton did miss some snaps during the season, and again, I think it's just one of those things that you're going to see happen sometimes in the NFL. People do get hurt, and you just kind of have to roll with the punches when they come. So the top chart here, we're looking at his snap counts through his entire career. So 100% of the snaps were played in his rookie season. 100% of the snaps were played in 2017 and in 2018. I think that we can safely say that 88% of the snaps played in 2019 is pretty darn good. It's not 100%, but that's it's hard to do in the NFL. Hard to play every down and not ever be off the field. The concerning part is that he missed a large portion of the season in 2016, and then we saw again in 2020 he missed about 3 games. And even in some of the games that he played, he was missing some snaps. So we see a downward trend. We see from 2018, 100%. 2019, we see 88%. And then 2020, we see him kind of going back down again to 71%. I do worry as he's getting older now. He's 29 years old. Is that trend going to continue? Because we see sometimes with offensive linemen, their careers, they kind of start to fall off at around the age 30. So this is something that concerns me, and I'll kind of get more in depth on what I would think as far as signing him later in the video. Another thing that I just want to bring to everybody's attention is that this guy was absolutely elite last year in 2020. So you're looking at the graphic here. He was the 3rd highest graded offensive lineman in 2020, and that's all offensive linemen, tackles, guards, and centers. So this is truly an elite blocker. You saw that they had really, really good success running the football. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams, both ridiculously good and efficient runners for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers had plenty of time to throw. So, I mean, if you're counting on him to play even close to this level, you're getting a huge, huge improvement in your center play and potentially in your guard play, which I'm going to talk about in the next segment. All right, so you might be wondering why Connor McGovern is on the screen, and the idea here is that Connor McGovern actually started his NFL career playing right guard for the Denver Broncos, and I think that there is an argument or a case to be made that we can sign Corey Linsley and plug him in at center, have an upgraded center position, and then we can kind of move McGovern to guard and really try to improve the guard play, because we all know that the guard position on both sides is weak. It needs improving. So I think because McGovern has proven that he's flexible and is versatile, we could sign Linsley, improve the center of our offensive line, and then kind of improve our guard play as well. So we're really improving the two positions all in one transaction. And I don't think that it's far-fetched to suggest this idea. I don't know if Joe Douglas is going to want to spend the money on a 29-year-old center. That's something that we can discuss, but I just think that it is an interesting idea, and it does help to improve both center and the guard positions, and I think that's something that we all need to think about. So I want you guys to let me know, what do you think about this idea of signing Corey Linsley, moving Connor McGovern to guard? What are your thoughts on that? Is that too much to ask out of Connor McGovern? Is it something that you think that could throw off the entire offensive line? Just give me your ideas in the comments of what you think about this idea. All right, so my overall view on this move is I don't think I would be upset if they made this move. I'm not sure if this is my number one choice for the New York Jets to improve the interior offensive line. There are players in the draft that I think we could take at the 23rd overall pick or the 34th overall pick that would not only make us younger on the offensive line, it would be cheaper, and we're improving the play of the offensive line. Now, again, having said that, Corey Linsley was an elite player last season, and he's been a pretty consistent starter for the last several years. So I don't think that, it's not a move that I would be upset with if we made it. I just am not sure that I would be the one to make that move. I think that, again, we need to look at free agency, second and third tier options to improve the offensive line. And then again, we need to look to the draft as well. We need to improve our offensive line that way. We've drafted Mekhi Becton, we've drafted Cameron Clark, we've signed Connor McGovern, and signed George Fant again. So we need to continue to do this. We need to add second and third tier offensive line talent in free agency. We don't want to overspend, and we also want to draft players who are young, cheap, and can be developed, and also will fit the schemes. So overall, I would say this is not one of my top choices, but it is an option that is interesting. And again, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What are your thoughts on Corey Linsley? What are your thoughts on the potential move to pushing Connor McGovern to one of the guard spots? I do think it's interesting, and I just want to hear what you guys have to say about it. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching NYJ Today. If you could all do me a big favor, if you're enjoying these free agent profile videos that I've been uploading to the channel, please jet up the like button. If you're enjoying the draft profiles, hit the like button on this video too, because I'm going to be doing more and more of that as the weeks go by. Right now, I would love to hear your input on who you would like to see in the next free agent profile videos that I'll be uploading next weekend. I've been thinking about potentially going towards the pass rushers in the free agency. There's a ton of players, though, and I just want to hear what you guys want to see on the channel. So give me your comments there. And also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are a growing channel. We have a live stream every Wednesday night, and we would just love to see and interact with you guys when we do those. That's going to do it for this video. Go Jets. I'll see you guys next time.